This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 481 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is brought to you by feedxl.com. Hi, Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is from Michelle Bergeron of Right Lead Equestrian Center in Louisiana. Michelle is a graduate of Louisiana Scholars College, a North American Riding for the Handicapped registered instructor, British Horse Society certified instructor, and World Side Saddle Federation certified instructor and judge. Now that's quite a resume. And not to mention, she's an all-around amazing horsewoman. Today's tip is all about combating the dreaded rein rot. But first, a word about today's sponsor, feedxl.com. When you go to feedxl.com, you can get all of the nutritional information you need to make sure your horse has a healthy, balanced diet in just 3 easy steps. Just log on and tell FeedXL about your horse. Then, tell FeedXL what your horse eats or what you want your horse to be eating. Then, see the results. FeedXL does all the math and all of the nutritional science to give you an accurate picture of what your horse is really getting and whether his nutritional needs are really being met or exceeded. And as if that wasn't enough, FeedXL.com now has forums where you can interact with other FeedXL members and use the cost calculator where you can formulate the cost of what you're feeding. Go to feedxl.com and discover for yourself why smart horse folks from all over use it to be absolutely sure they're feeding their horses exactly what they need at the most cost-effective rate. And there's a newsflash. FeedXL.com has been awarded Best Software Product Servicing the Agricultural Industry by the Australian Business Awards. Congratulations, FeedXL. Now, enjoy today's tip. And here we are in Louisiana with Right Lead Equestrian Center's head cook and bottle washer, Michelle Bergeron.
Don't ask me to cook anything.
How you'll taste test? How's that?
Yes, I do that frequently.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of taste tests, down there in Louisiana with your amazing chef hubby of yours, we found a really nice little restaurant in town here in Lexington that serves really yummy Cajun food.
Really?
I had etouffee the other day.
Did you really? It had crawfish in it or shrimp?
It was chicken etouffee since I'm not a fish eater.
Chicken. Now, that's not one I've heard of before.
And I'm sure they do that being, the landlocked state that we are. There's probably plenty of folks here who don't eat fish.
Yeah.
They make the shrimp version, but I chose the chicken, and it was darned yummy.
Well, good for you. Well, next time we come, we're going to have to go eat there.
Yes, it's called Bourbon and Toulouse.
Oh, really?
It's got a great name. I thought that'd be a good name for a horse.
Yeah.
Bourbon and
But
Toulouse.
did you know how to say Toulouse before you got in there?
Do you say Toulouse?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I just didn't know because sometimes y'all
I'm not
sure
from Kentucky. Give me some credit.
Okay.
I just assumed it was Toulouse like Toulouse-Lautrec.
Absolutely. Very
Is that right?
good.
Okay.
Very good.
Is it etouffee? Is that how you say it?
Etouffee, yeah.
Okay. And Glenn had jambalaya.
Did he?
With
Pork
really...
and chicken?
He had the pork, jambalaya. Yes, it was pork and chicken with really yummy, good smoked sausage in it. It was really good.
I love jambalaya.
Yeah.
Very good.
Anyway, I guess we have to do a tip, don't we?
Yeah, not about food.
Not about food.
Not about human food.
Tip number 1 is when you're in Lexington, Kentucky for horse shows, stop by Bourbon and Toulouse in town and have yourself some really great Cajun food. That's my tip. And how about you, Michelle? What have you got?
My tip is not nearly as exciting. But, now that we're finally getting some rain here, and I think you guys are getting some rain too, we might
plenty.
have a resurgence of dermatophilus, the nasty, sticky rain rot that some of our guys are going to get. And it seems like a never-ending battle. You can't get rid of this stuff. It's on the legs. It's on the back. It's just gross. It's everywhere. So what I've done in the past, and I hate baby oil, but it's great for this, is I have to put a glove on. And
You really hate baby oil.
I cannot. One of the girls mixed up some baby oil in a bucket and stuck the nozzle of the hose in it, and I almost lost it. I had to get the soap out and clean it off. I just can't. I can't do baby oil. So I have to put a glove on, and then you just put a very thin coating of this stuff on the affected area. It smothers the bacteria or the fungus. I think it's a bacteria that causes this. And your hair will grow back. It will probably take a couple of applications, and you want to wash it off in between applications. But this is the best thing. You know, we always had that lime sulfur stuff that was toxic and smelled so horrible, and I'm not sure was good for us or the horse. And then you can buy all these really super crazy expensive preparations, and it's wet here all the time. It just is. We're on the water table. It's just right there. It's wet all the time here. And we fight this year-round.
Yeah. Yeah, it's permanent down there in Louisiana. Yeah.
You know, when I was growing up, if your horse had fungus and rain rot, you had some very serious stable management problems. Here, it's a given.
It's just a given. So whenever you use the baby oil preparation, because this is something that I get asked all the time by people who are going out to purchase products to deal with rain rot. Do you remove the scabs first, or just put it right over top?
I have taken the plaques off.
Okay.
Because I find you can get, right to the skin, right to the where the stuff is growing from.
You put it right on there, and there's lots and lots of different kinds. This stuff appears in lots of different ways on different horses in different parts of the country. Sometimes you have the dime-sized, for lack of a better term, pustules.
Yep.
Sometimes you have the tiny little, almost flea bite-sized little scabs.
Yep.
Sometimes you have what looks like sheets of it.
Yeah, that's the kind that we see a lot.
So the ones that are the sheeting effect, that it looks like a third of their hide's going to peel off.
They just go bald. Yeah, they look like they have the mange.
Okay, that's an especially effective home remedy for the sheeting style of rain rot, is using baby oil.
That's what we have done.
Well, the nice part about using the baby oil method is you can do no harm.
Yeah.
It's baby oil versus products that have antifungal and antibacterial ingredients, if not used properly over the long term, can do a disservice because you're going to create organisms that are resistant.
Absolutely.
Just
and
like you
some
would.
of that stuff will expire, too.
Absolutely. I know me personally, the active ingredient in most antibacterial soaps for horses and humans is triclosan, which I might be saying wrong.
Yeah.
Triclosan. I'm highly allergic to.
Really?
So if I use it, not unknowingly, frequently in a public bathroom in a restaurant or something, I will break out within just a few minutes in what looks like poison ivy hives.
Oh, my God.
And it itches almost as much.
That's not good.
Yeah, so I try to avoid products with triclosan in it because of sensitivity there. But if used properly, regular soap left on for a minimum of 35 seconds kills a very high percentage of all the little bad guys on the skin, but leaves the good guys behind. Thank you very much. And then
you don't get that with alcohol. It kills everything.
Yeah, and then you just wash it with regular soap and water. Let the scabs come off, or the plaques. I like that. That's a fancy word.
Yeah.
And then just dab your baby oil on there. No mess, no fuss.
Yep.
All taken care of.
Yep.
And it's not going to be all gooey and encourage the dirt to stick to it like Desitin does.
Well, if you put too much, I'm sure it will.
I can see it now. Some kid out there with their pony squeezing it
bottle.
on.
Yeah.
Pour it on.
God, that makes me just shudder.
Well, thank you very much for risking sanity and your lunch for telling us about baby oil for rain rot, Michelle. We appreciate it a lot.
No problem.
Now go have yourself some Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, I think.
Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Well, there you go, and thanks so much, Michelle. To listen to all of Michelle's tips, go to horsetipdaily.com and go to the Experts drop-down menu on the left. All of the Horse Tip Daily experts are listed alphabetically, and they're easy to find. You can also go to the Right Lead Equestrian Center website at www.rightlead.com. Please stop by the Horse Tip Daily Facebook page and let us know what you think of the tips you hear on the show. It's also a great place to tell us about topics you'd like to hear us cover. You can subscribe to all of the great shows on the Horse Radio Network through iTunes or Zune and get your horse podcasts automatically downloaded to your iPod, Zune, or MP3 player. I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, go ride your horse! The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.